how's it going? So today Benjamin and I are out here together at the barn working on the containers up here. I got some flowers. I think you guys are going to be very surprised at what I picked. I am going very, very far out of my comfort zone, but spring pots are those that you can kind of do that with because you don't have to live an entire season with what you choose. But I am very excited about it. And I think while we're working on this, Aaron said he was gonna go work on either spreading some mulch or leveling out some ground. I'm not really sure. So I do really need to trim these boxwoods up, shape them up. You can see like they need it, but it's still pretty cool at night. Cold enough to where I don't want to trim a whole lot off until it warms up a little bit because I can open them up to some cold damage. But I think we can trim them up just a little bit. Like we can just tighten up some of this real scraggly stuff. And then I did get some spray paint. I want to just touch up at least the front and the sides of the containers in preparation for the season. We'll probably add in a little bit more potting soil and then the flowers. Benjamin is over here standing guard. Oh, so is Russell. Can you see what color I have in the back of that gator right there? Behind the orange. Look. I have red flowers, you guys, but they're gorgeous. They're ranunculus. They're beautiful spring flowers. I've got some lavender and blue colored pansies to go along with it. And in front of the white barn, I think they'll really show up, and I think it'll just be a fun change because it can get a little bit monotonous and boring doing the same colors all the time without ever stepping outside of your comfort zone. So this will be interesting. It'll be like at the end of a couple of months when I'm getting ready to change them out for summer. I'll be interested in seeing what I even think about living with the color in my own garden. And for those of you guys who have followed us for a while, you know I don't do a lot of red, and the only reason for that is because my color palette kind of lends to more softer colors, soft apricot and coral, salmon pink, that sort of thing, and usually the red kind of clashes with that. But this is kind of perfect because these are a standalone. They're not really next to anything else, so I can get away with using these bright, bold colors and not have it next to all of my other softer stuff. And I think that the pansies and the ranunculus look really good together, especially these. These are like a frizzle sizzle, I think. Yeah, frizzle sizzle blue. So I'll have like a red, white, and blue theme going with the white barn behind these two colors. And then these are pansy lavender and then pansy true blue. So I think what we'll do is shape up the boxwoods first, and then we'll go ahead and paint the containers, which let me show you. This is a paint and primer in one. It's a black satin, and I'm just gonna do a very light layer just to touch them up. They're not that bad, but there is some hard water deposits toward the bottom that I wanna cover up. And I usually do this once a year at least, and it makes my containers last forever. What is that? Was that a bunch of rocks on the wheel? There you go. So after those prep things are done, then we'll add a little bit more soil and our flowers. So here we go. Benjamin has been in the vegetable garden for a while. I'm gonna go see what he's doing. What you doing, buddy? What are you playing with? Kitty. Oh, the kitty? Where's he at? Oh yeah. There's Russell. No, that's Cheddar. Hey Cheddar, what are you doing, buddy? You like those? Those are kind of neat, huh?
I get the tags off. Getting the tags off.
You're getting the tags off. Good job, baby.
I go back to work.
You're gonna go back to work, or you want me to go back to work?
You go back to work.
Okay. Well, those look a heck of a lot better. So I just popped a garbage sack underneath the front part of the pot and then put one, I cut it open all the way so it can lay flat, so I could kind of tuck it behind the pot to protect the barn, and that way I didn't have to move the pots completely out because they're too heavy for me to do that. But it worked out just perfectly. What are you fixing?
Benjamin wants in the tractor.
Of course he does.
Oh, I'm just messing with the loader bucket.
One of the last, actually there's two things left we need to do on the barn. You can see when the electricians came and hung the new lights above the doors, they removed the little holder or whatever where one of the original lights was. So we'll have to have that patched in, which is no big deal. And then we're having new things, aprons is what I think they're called. One on this brand new door, and then we're having this one moved over because this door, if you remember, was where this one is. We had it moved over like a foot so that it was centered beneath the window. Everything looks so much better now. And I know that probably seems super fussy, but when you're planning on staying somewhere for a really long time, if you can make those little minor fixes that really change the whole look. I mean, this whole barn looks way different than it did when we moved in. In fact, Aaron, can you put a picture? We can put a picture up on the screen of what the barn did look like.
Blue.
Yeah, it was like a blue-gray color. The doors were offset from the center, and then there was like a blank wall space on the one side, and it's just so much more, like, it fits with the house so much better, and it makes us really happy. So anyway, I'm actually out of soil. I need to go get a little bit of soil from our soil pile to fill up these pots. So Benjamin, do you want to go with me in the gator to get soil?
No.
Does the tractor win? Tractor wins over the gator every time. All right, I'll go by myself. Come here, bud. Daddy's gonna go work on some piles of dirt. It sounded like it. Let's see if Daddy dropped something. Sounded like Daddy dropped a tool. Oh, yep, I see it. I got it, Aaron. Benjamin's got it. Okay, come back over here with me. Good job. You can play with that tool for a while. All I have to do is plant some flowers and then I'm done out here, babe. All right, it is flower time. So I got enough ranunculus to do 5 per container, and then we'll fill in with pansies around it. I'm actually really excited to see what this looks like. I mean, that is beautiful. They're all planted, and I went ahead and when I was watering them in, I dusted off the boxwoods with the hose as well. And I like them a surprising amount. I think it's just because with the barn being white, it's really hard to have softer colors like white and light yellow that I really like to use. They just don't kind of pop as much as these colors do. What you doing, Benjamin?
Why?
You washing your hands? That's a good idea. Good job. Here are the other 3 right here. Now, I didn't use any spillers in these containers, you can see, because sometimes I just want to see the structure of the container. I want it to look a little bit cleaner. And it really, when the pots are painted fresh, it's kind of a great time to skip the spillers. And we always put stuff in here in these containers in the summertime that spill over the edge. So it's kind of nice just to have a different look. Plus, these plants will fill in big time. Like in no time at all, we'll have several stems and flowers off each one of these ranunculus, as well as the pansies. They'll get nice and big and full of color. It's just a really fun, different look, while still being kind of simple, really. And these boxwoods were a good investment. I'm really glad that we got these last spring. I've really enjoyed them all of last year, and then having this really nice winter structure is an added bonus. And I had enough pansies left over to where I'm gonna put these in the greenhouse for now, because I told Aaron I would come out and help him. But this is enough pansies to plant up the back shade porch pots. Yay! And then I'm left with all of these empty containers and trays, which I actually save and I reuse all of these. Especially this time of year during seed starting, when some of my things get too big for their seed starting trays, it's really nice to have these containers ready to roll, and I can bump them up easily without having to buy more stuff. What did you do out there? What are you doing with that?
What do you mean, what did I do?
Well, nothing.
Maybe I'm working on a project. Maybe I'm making something better.
Are you?
Assuming that I broke something.
Did you break something? Did you?
No, I didn't.
Did you get something stuck?
No, but I don't know how you're supposed to get the land plane on without like hardly having it high on something.
Sure. He's having fun out here.
Yeah.
All right, well, I can come help you now.
Okay, cool.
All right, it looks like Aaron's already starting to pour the mulch. This might be the first bucket load. Our goal today is just to work on mulching the interior of the cut flower garden area. So Aaron is gonna go gather mulch and I'm gonna spread it with a rake. So Aaron went inside to get a drink, and I'm waiting out here in the tractor. The wind's picked up quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I want to actually spread bulk mulch in the wind. I'm already so filthy, you guys. I don't know if you can see my hands, but the rake is red. It's red handled, and it's wearing off on my hand. Like, oh, yeah, you see the big puffs of dirt? You should go in, or do you want to? Oh, he's gonna shut me in here. But now you're out there in the wind.
Okay. It's not swirling at least.
No? Anyway, it's looking really good, so let me show you. Look what the wind's doing. That's why I don't want to spread any more mulch. But we started to get the interior. Now, I will go along in the end, and I'll probably run a string because I'm kind of anal like that, and I'll tighten up the mulch line so it looks nice and tidy. It's really hard to do with the rake, especially when Aaron was going really fast and I was trying to keep up with him. But we got the 3 like side wings, I guess is what Aaron was calling them, done, and then started working on the interior area here. And we went really thick with it. 1, because it is a lot of work to spread it thinner, and 2, I don't want to drive the gator over it, you know, 3 times and then walk over it and then all of a sudden be able to see the ground beneath it already. I want it to do its job, which is to suppress weeds, to look pretty. And we got, what did you find? You find a rock? I think I found that earlier. I tossed that earlier. It was in the mulch.
I bet I could throw it over the mountains.
Quarter mile. So we ordered this bulk from a place here in town called Ontario Rock and Landscape, and they usually carry the red and brown mulch, and we like the black mulch, and so that's what we ordered, a whole truckload of it. We've got quite a pile still sitting over there, so we'll pick up and finish this job here pretty quick. I don't know if we're gonna have enough to finish the interior. Well, we're gonna have to order more anyway, because we want to do the 15-foot pathways around the exterior of the cut flower garden, as well as the one in between the garden and the orchard. And then we will be seeding the interior of the orchard with some grass, which I think we're going to be using RTF fescue, which is a type of grass that you can let go kind of more natural, which is what I want to let it do, and it won't brown out so long as you irrigate it. And we'll talk more about that later, and we'll be popping some bulbs in there as well as maybe some little wildflower seeds and such. So anyway, this whole area is starting to really come alive, and to see the mulch go in, that really helps define the space, which is like more of a tangible thing to see happen, and so that's really exciting. But anyway, I am gonna go inside now, and I'm gonna make the creamy butternut squash pasta that I made in a video for you guys a while ago. It was so good, and I've been craving that. I really want that. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna go do right now. So thank you guys so much for watching the video today and hanging out with us, and we will see you in the next one. Bye. It's not so bad now.
Oh, it still is.
Oh, is it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's a gust. This is our soil. It grows some good stuff though, I'm not gonna lie. Mulch versus no mulch.